How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. A little bit of a big, huge, gigantic double IPA with a whole bunch of stuff and bits and pieces going on in the form of Hop for the World. It's their old school Hawaii vibes. Yeah, I've done my fair share of Hop Butcher. You know my affinity for what they do hop-wise, so I'm kind of excited to give this one a whirl because you know it's a big Citra double IPA. Check. Pineapple, of course. Coconut, come on, son, and lactose. Can be a little bit worried about lactose, but the stuff that I've had lactose-wise from these guys has been pretty good, so yeah. Plus it has strata hops. Not really familiar with those, so we're going to dive in. Old school Hawaii vibes. Love that. Hawaii vibes. I get all the vibes. So when I see vibes on a can, I get excited. Like I said, it's a Citra and strata hop double IPA brewed with pineapple, coconut, lactose, and vanilla. It's 7.5% alcohol by volume. On the back, they have Tahitian vanilla, creamy coconut, and Hawaiian pineapple. So there you go. Digging it. Love the label. Per prerequisite Hop Butcher love on the label. So I love Dan's labels and all the stuff that he does on the Hop Butcher stuff. So, yeah. More times than not, I'm a big proponent of these guys when it comes to the beers that they do. They don't always nail it for me. Sometimes the stuff is a little bit off kilter, at least for my taste buds, but they're always interesting, which is all I really ask for a brewery, is really kind of put in the effort to do something creative and interesting. And more times than not, I'll be quite the fan. What do we have here? It's a hazy beer, but nothing too crazy. A quarter pinky finger just off Whitehead. And, it's not the haziest beer you could ever think of. I mean, it's hazy. I'm not going to lie to you. But, I've seen much, much hazier from these New England boys out in this area. So, but she looks the part of it hazy. I'm like, it's not that hazy, but she's a hazy. You know what I'm talking about. Let's get a nose. Man, that pineapple... It's like a pineapple, I want to say creamsicle. It's pineapple creamsicle. I was going to try to talk myself out of that. It's pineapple creamsicle, but it has that added pop of like coconut. Coconut to me can be a little bit kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit starchy, a little bit mealy. When it comes to just, not even just taste, but actually the way it kind of comes off, kind of smell-wise, this comes off leaning in that kind of confectionery realm. So it's a confectionery, vanilla, creamy, creamsicle kind of coconut, and then you had that nice added dollop of that pineapple. Honestly, that's pretty much it. The nose itself is interesting and fun, but I'm lacking beer. There's really not much beer in that nose. It's a lot of confectionery sweetness. It's all those three bits. That pineapple, that lactose, that coconut. Not really getting much hops in there. Not really. I'm getting fruitiness. Might be coming a little bit from the hops, but most of it is from those adjunct additions. So it doesn't come off a lot more like a beer. It comes off more like pina colada kind of vibes, those kind of holiday drink kind of vibes. They're talking about old school Hawaii vibes, so it kind of makes sense, but I still wanted to be in the realm of beer. This one's a little bit outside of that, so let's dive in, see what she's got. Cheers. Yeah. Okay. You get a nice big pop of this kind of punchy, albeit a bit generic, kind of bittering. It's striking. If anything, it's leaning green, a little bit of weedy green, but it's just punchy bitterness floating there. There's this little bit of that decent amount of grainy sweetness. And okay mouthfeel, but again, it's a cool lactose vanilla vibe. It's cool pineapple, and it's cool coconut. It's almost like copper tone like sun lotion kind of coconut. In a good way. It doesn't come off super synthetic in a way that's overtly negative. But that's by far and away the most kind of prominent portion of the beer. It just comes off screaming like a mixed drink with beer-esque qualities. Not a beer that comes off with those kind of things. So it's a little bit too much in that kind of adjunct I keep wanting to say suntan lotion kind of vibe, because that's what it reminds me of. Copper tone. Coconut suntan lotion. But yeah, it's pina colada all the way. But it's just too much pina colada and not double IPA with pina colada vibes. I mean, that pop of bitterness is the saving grace. It kind of grounds you in the beer realm. But that sweetness, that lactose, that pineapple, that coconut, gets too far out in left field and is so big that it overpowers the rest of the beer to where you're kind of like left in limbo being like, is it really a beer or is it kind of alcopop? Something like that. So yeah, interesting tastes, fun, sweet flavors in a kind of mixed drink, kind of candied way. But as far as the beer goes, not my favorite Hot Butcher beer, but actually might be my least favorite Hot Butcher beer I've ever had, to be perfectly honest with you. There's been a couple clunkers for me. And as I said at the beginning, the saving grace for that is more times than not there's a kind of like they're reaching for this kind of angle that I find fun. They're trying something, and them taking the cut at trying that, I dig that, because there's still like usually like this kind of redeeming quality within the beer. This one just comes off way too synthetic, way too kind of not beer for me, and it just kind of comes off a little bit too kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but maybe a little bit lazy. Just throw a bunch of stuff at it and hope it sticks kind of thing. What do I know? But yeah, definitely not my favorite Hot Butcher beer. Let's put it that way. They can't all be winners. Well, sometimes, but not in this case. So anyway, let's talk about it. One of the better double IPAs I've had is late. No. Value availability, no idea. Hot Butcher does see the market, but they sell out really quick. So take that for what it's worth and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like pina coladas, if you like Hawaii vibe-based drinks, and you like that coconut, vanilla, lactose, pineapple, sweetened kind of thing, and like it more than beer. Like I said, it definitely comes in a more mixed drink category to me than actual beer. So if that's what you dig, or if people who don't like beer are trying to get into beer and they want something a little bit closer to a mixed drink, very niche-y on that kind of point, yeah, it's worth giving a whirl. It's worth giving a whirl in general. I'd love to try it on draft or any of that kind of angle, just to see if something comes different. But yeah, it's fun, in a kind of kooky, adjuncty sense. But other than that, it's kind of too removed from beer to really get me all hot and bothered. So there you go. Another review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little pina colada based beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.